What's going on, guys? Happy Pokemon Day. How are you doing? I hope you got a chance to get some really cool products today, catch some of those drops, you know, get a moment to get something cool from maybe Best Buy if you got lucky. If not, there was those really cool Eevee bundles. We're starting on Pokemon Center today for your week in Pokemon. So yeah, they dropped these Eevee Squishmallow plush bundles with an Evolving Skies pack. I mean, that was crazy to actually see an Evolving Skies. Quick side note, you may notice that my little face is not here. I am currently in the middle of doing a little bit of a rebrand and behind me a little remodeling, if you will. So trying to figure out what to do for a better background, something that's a little bit more professional. I was in a podcast and I'm gonna go ahead and pop in a little video right here, probably up here in the little corner or something like that. Go check it out. But I was in this podcast and I was really inspired by what I saw with one of the panel members, and it made me think, I got to step it up. So, working on getting something a little bit more pleasing to the eye, behind me. But, anyways, back to what we were talking about here. So, yeah, there was a great opportunity to get Evolving Skies. I mean, a sleeved booster pack, which I believe is going for almost like $30 now. So, actually seeing this on the Pokemon Center in 2025, mind blowing. But even if you didn't get this, I mean, there was, the mini tins of the Prismatic and, the little theme of Flareon and Jolteon and Vaporeon. Super cool. But, since we're talking about the tins, this was a pretty good bundle price. But the prices in general are extremely high, as we all know. And starting off on our news, I'm sure you've all have seen it, but GameStop is pricing things at a much higher price now. So that's a bummer. That's part of the market adaptation for them, and it's probably one of their strategies to kind of survive. In general, GameStop has had a lot of issues with the business model they had before, and it does look like they're trying to corner the market. And now, from what I'm hearing and what I'm understanding, it sounds like they're buying a lot of their products from either distributors and kind of like swinging their weight around to be like, hey, give us all the product, or they're buying it from other LGSs that are maybe not surviving in the current climate of things. I don't know. Very interesting though, huh? To kind of prove the point that they might be buying some stuff from other LGSs, look at this. This is a 151 collection box, Elite Trainer box. $180. So I don't know where they're getting this stuff. And obviously, if I try to find it, it's not near me, but it's still listed on their website. But the prices, I mean, that's the big news is that GameStop is not MSRP anymore, boys. GameStop is market prices, and it sucks. It's greasy, but it's something that we all kind of have to learn to adapt to. That's just kind of where we are. Speaking of adaptation, 39.98. See in Skybox. These things were there forever. Not anymore, my friends. Sam's Club has actually removed the Sea and Skybox from their website. When you look up Pokemon right now and you go in there and you go to Pokemon trading cards, it is gone. That is the first major thing that we've noticed with Sam's Club recently. The mini tins are there, the Pokeball, the TCG Classic box that I'm sure eventually this will sell out too. These are still at a great price. I mean, solid price. This is a $400 box retail, and this is, um, probably $50, if not more, in value right now, and it's sitting at $27, 28 bucks. But the Sea and Sky, it's no longer here. So that it's gone. If you didn't get a chance to pick one of those things up, you're going to have to go to the market right now. And really, you're going to have to go to the market for most things right now. I mean, even at my favorite retailer, Josh's Cards, look at this. They've got nearly nothing. They have EX battle decks, which, for the player is fun if you like doing the battle decks. But if you're a collector, you only have one thing left, which is Paradox Rift single pack blisters. And if you're not a big fan of these promos, they're not going to really catch your eye. So that's it. And this is coming again from my favorite personal retailer, Josh's Cards. or not retailers, but LGS, but they don't have anything. So kind of brutal. But there is still always the Pokemon vending machines. Now, a lot of people have been talking about these, noticing a lot of restockers and videos and controversies and stuff. But what I've noticed is a lot of people say, I don't know if I have it in my area, or I wonder if they're near me. So I'm going to add this into the bottom of the description. But if you click this link, you'll actually get a live map of where they're all located. So let's say you live in Tucson, Arizona, right? You got one sitting right there at the Fry's. Wow, Fry's? That's kind of crazy. Fry's, I thought went out of business, but there it is. You got one in Tucson, Arizona at the Fry's. You got another one nearby from there. And I mean, look at Phoenix. Phoenix is packed. Look at all these vending machines. So, the point I'm trying to make here is that while all the retailers are struggling and stuff, you still have a solid chance of getting something at the vending machine if you can catch them. So that's kind of the play. And if you need to know where one is local to your, resident area, then check this out. I can't believe there's none in Florida. I think that's criminal. But yeah, just wanted to show that. On to the next thing. Let's talk about this, okay? We're seeing a lot of demand for different products. We already, obviously knew this. This is concerning. I don't know if any of you heard about this, but XQC, one of the largest streamers in the world right now, decided to bust out the opening up Pokemon boxes. This feels eerily familiar to 2021. So, with the shortage of cards that we had in 2021, from the lack of production due to COVID, there was a big push for vintage, and that was pushed by Logan Paul and his box breaking. And now, someone of a similar status, maybe not as big as Logan Paul, but really big, is breaking boxes. So we are seeing an exact pattern. So pay attention to those vintage markets. That's going to start changing here shortly, I'm sure. Okay, Poke Beach. Poke Beach had a lot of different things going on, obviously, because it was Pokemon Day. The big one is, they're discussing about how GameStop is selling things above MSRP. They're going more for the market price. We already discussed this. We saw Legends ZA. Super excited for that. We now officially have Megas in the TCG. They're coming back. Super exciting. And I took a closer look at these cards. Pretty cool. You actually can see the outline. It looks like they're punching through like a window. They're like behind the wall. I thought that was kind of a cool little design there, but we got a little preview of Mega Gardevoir EX and Mega Lucario EX. Pretty sick. Very excited to see this come back. So exciting. We also had the Prismatic Super Collection come out, or at least be leaked, and everybody kind of probably already heard about this, but it is what it is. This will probably be a $350 product right off the bat, with the way that the market is, just being realistic. But here it is. You get a pretty nice looking box. I mean, that thing is looking clean. I will say this about Prismatic. Every product that they've released for it has been extremely well designed in terms of how it looks. It's very clean, and I think it will stand the test of time for how classy it looks. There's some boxes that they released over time that kind of looks dated, a little ugly, in my opinion. I think this will look good 40 years from now if you hold on to it forever, you know? Um, this to me, I don't think will look very good. That's just my opinion. I'm not a big fan of this, but if you like it, cool. That's nice. Very beautiful playmat here. Digging it. I was kind of hoping that we would see a new evolution get announced through the whole year of the Eevee thing. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen. They probably would have added them in this if they were gonna announce it. Doesn't look like that's the case. So we got the original 8, and that's fine. And then obviously we got the promo, the fruitcake Eevee. There is the Japanese one in Terrestrial Festival, but here it is or not in English, but we're basically gonna get an English version of this, and it will be inside this box exclusive. So this will be a really big deal. And that's about it for Poke Beach today. So back onto more of the market stuff. We did see a huge sale on TCG Player. I mean, look at how many different boxes went on sale, right? You could pick these up for a steal right now. So I kind of pulled them all up to get a general idea of what happened. Lost Origin. Look at this drop. I mean, that was like a significant, like $50 drop. People got to steal. They're buying them by, the cases. I mean, how many sold today? 66 of them. What a deal if you could get one. Silver Tempest, similar thing. And, overall, we were seeing a lot of these boxes starting to kind of increase in value. And this is going to give us a little bit of breathing room. It's going to drop it a little bit, but I think it's going to come right back up for most of these boxes. So I wouldn't, get comfortable. I think come tomorrow, we're going to see it going right back to where it was. But, if you were able to get it, good for you. Um, Fusion Strike, if you got that, that's a steal right now. Fusion Strike is just going to continue to climb. That Gengar is something else. Chilling Rain, not a crazy drop in the price. I mean, it was, something, but Chilling Rain is kind of a weird situation here. It's not the most desirable set. It's not the worst set by any means, but it's not. I figured that this would be better than Silver Tempest, but I don't know. Like, it is value wise, but it doesn't. I don't hear about it as much as the other ones. So, I don't know. Chilling Rain's Chilling Rain. We did see Paradox Rift get a little bit of a little bump too, which is pretty cool. $10 off. Paradox Rift is, one of the better sets in Scarlet and Violet, in my opinion. I think it's a very deep set. I think there's a lot of cool cards. There's a lot of illustration rares. And as we saw with like Drowsy, I think IRs are going to be more valued in the long term than people originally thought. So if you're able to pick this up right now, I highly recommend it. Paldea Evolved. Paldea, Paldea is sitting at that 200 mark. It's been kind of floating around here for the last couple weeks. It just is what it is. As Rudy says, Mr. P, if you can get it, grab it. Stellar Crown, the most recent set, it basically didn't even have a discount. It just, I don't know. A lot of people bought it, but it doesn't look like it was too crazy of a discount. It looked like maybe $10, if that. So that was what happened basically on TCG Player today. And the final thing I want to discuss before we call it for our little video here, Prismatic is continuing to go right back to where it was. Prismatic is just crawling back to those all-time highs here from release, which is probably one of the stronger ETBs to just completely recover from its pre-release time. We're just not seeing much, volume on the products being put on the shelves. So, if you can still find some, I mean, really grab it. But guys, I'm gonna make another, conversational video about the entire market as a whole and what I think is going on with MSRP, where we are with market prices, everything in general, what I would do. But that's for another video. But as it sits now, Prismatic is what it is. It is a high value set. It is a high risk set. But the cards that you can pull from it are some of the highest valued cards we've ever seen. So, I mean, it is a go big or go home type of set. So, anyways, that's pretty much it for this week. If you have anything that you'd like to discuss or relay to me, any information, please leave it down below. If you liked the video, obviously give it a like, help me out, and I appreciate you all spending your night or your morning or your afternoon or whatever time it is for you here on my little channel. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye.